Welcome to the Granite Mountain Movie Club. On today's episode we will be discussing Point Break from 1991. Special thanks to the show sponsors ExitGroup.us and the Southern Poverty Law Center. The first 30 minutes of today's episode are free, but the full episode is paywall. Please consider becoming a paid subscriber. Granite is broke and needs the money.
Hey guys, what's going on? We got Yab back. Yab was here like just about a week ago. How are you doing, Yab?
Oh, I'm good. How are you doing, Granite?
I am good. Oh, just 1 second. I'm already getting longhouse. Just a second. Never ends.
That's good.
It's important. You got to keep that in because this is like the anti-longhouse movie.
Yeah.
You think so? That's a take. Okay.
A little bit.
That's a take.
All right. We got Yab here. Yab's doing good, it sounds like. Okay, and we've also got Merts here. And Merts, I think you've never been on this show.
No, dude, this is a dream come true.
Yeah. I've always meant to have you on, but these things just take a while sometimes. But you famously did the Sports and Bio show.
Yes. Well, and that's maybe a subject to breach, but it'll get going again, I think. I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I look forward to whatever you do. Sports and Bio, for those who aren't aware, was a sports show for there's quite a few people who've messaged me about it. Like, when is that coming back? Like, what?
Well, I think as the NFL season kicks off, it should come back. And Kane and I discussed a little bit about doing a post-draft show. So
yeah,
just over
whatever,
the picks or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, maybe it would be cool to make it a general sports show. Maybe that's something to ask the listeners, but because I think it was sort of NFL focused. But
yeah, I mean, so for anyone who doesn't know, is we kind of launched a sports show, and mostly NFL, yeah. But it was I don't know, how would you describe it? Like if basically there's right-leaning sports commentary, but you guys were based sports commentary.
Yeah. I mean, just dog whistles the whole episode.
Yeah. No, which maybe going forward, I can't publish the show, but
no, I mean, I think it was always a work in progress, and I think it should become one going forward too. But
you guys should do it in some capacity, whether I distribute it or not. I don't care. You guys can have the brand.
You just got to make it easier for Granite to edit if you're recording again.
Yeah, I think that's true, dude. It's kind of hard because Kane is from Philadelphia, and he just laughs when I say something I really shouldn't say. So I'm getting encouraged by this peer pressuring. It's like a teenager a little bit,
Right around the time you guys were doing the show, this very prominent public figure became a paid subscriber to my thing. And I was like,
Manhattan?
No, that was much later. But shout out to Manhattan, paid subscriber, Granite Mountain's strongest soldier. But no, it was this very, very notable figure who I'll tell you guys offline, but they had subscribed, and I'm like, I can't have this. I don't know if I can have this going to their inbox. I don't know. But then you guys just stopped doing it anyway, so I was saved from that.
Yeah, that's actually funny because I thought I was just being lazy and and afraid, and I think really it was just that I had an intuition to save your life.
Yeah, you felt inspired. Okay, so yeah, we got Merts here. Merts is I don't know, what's your thing? Who are you?
I don't know, dude. I don't know if I have a thing. I think I just dude, I'm just me, bro. No, I don't know.
I like everything but rap and country.
Yeah, exactly. I like all types of music and napping.
He's known for having bad beats in poker. That's his biggest thing.
Oh, dude. Yeah, so I guess maybe people don't know here, but Yab and I play poker together I don't know, what is it at this point, 4 times a week, pretty much. It's pretty frequent.
Wait, you said bad beats? What does that mean?
Yeah, so it basically just means that you're good at poker, and if there was no luck involved, you would be the best poker player of all time.
That's what he thinks. But last night he went all in with pocket tens, and I had aces, and it was the first hand, and he's stopped playing after that. But yeah, he's known for being ahead and losing the hand anyway. So I guess I can't say that he's bad.
Yeah, dude, I'm just the world keeps fucking me, dude. But I keep fighting back. That's basically what's happening.
Well, we're talking today about Point Break from 1991, directed by a woman. And what do we know about this woman, Catherine Bigelow?
She was married to James Cameron.
Yeah. And he has kids, but I don't think he has kids with her.
I think they were married for 2 years, from what I read.
She was probably too girl boss.
You think so for James Cameron?
Probably. She's probably. I mean, that's probably why she doesn't have kids. She was too much of a. I mean, maybe she has kids now, but I don't think she had kids with him. Let's look this up. This is a natalist show. So.
Who's won more Oscars, dude, since the breakup? Probably him.
Isn't it her?
Well, I mean, she won Best Picture, so it's like, would he trade some of the Avatar effects? Probably not.
No, sorry. He's definitely has. So he won like $1 million for Titanic.
Oh, that's true. Did that win Best Picture?
I think it did. Spouse James Cameron, 1989 to 1991. So this movie is what killed their relationship, probably. If you look at her, she's kind of like, she looks like high tea.
Yeah, she does.
And it's like all the movies, she's done like Zero Dark 30 and The Hurt Locker. So she's like, she likes these, intense.
Yeah, and there's something about James Cameron that, and I'm not even like a hater or anything. This has nothing to do with his movies, but there's something about him that feels very sexless. Like it feels like she could be in like a like a beard marriage with James Cameron, because he just doesn't seem like a guy she's marrying for like sex. I don't know.
I think he ended up having like 5 to 7 kids or something.
Yeah, that's a crazy take. Have you seen the Na'vi, dude?
No, but I think, but he did but him as a guy. I mean, I don't want to fuck him, but
he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wives and 5 children.
What do you think the average is for Hollywood directors? That's probably 5's probably on par.
I didn't realize he was married to Linda Hamilton from Terminator.
Oh, really?
From 97 to 99.
Is that Sarah Connor's mom or dad?
That's Sarah Connor.
Or mom.
Yeah, that's Sarah Connor.
No, that's
John Connor's mom. That is Sarah Connor. Yeah, it sounds like he's been married to some high tea woman. So I don't know. I think the sexless accusations are kind of backwards.
No,
not that I want to have sex with him, but
I just mean he doesn't have a lot of sex like appeal himself, maybe, but I mean, I don't know, maybe he just likes butch chicks. That's kind of a thing now too, right? Isn't that pretty normal now?
Probably. I bet he's like a sex guy though. I bet he knows what he's doing.
Sex guy. Let's put that in the comments. Is James Cameron a sex guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably fair. Most famous boob in history, in movie history.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Who was it? Wasn't there some there was a critic who like famously wrote something very mean about Titanic. They're like, why is this fat English girl naked in this movie?
Well, she was pretty much fat back then, probably. That's crazy.
For the era, that was like definitely fat, like for the late 90s.
Yeah, inflation's and crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she has directed a lot of masculine movies. I've actually only seen. I feel like I should have watched more Bigelow going into this, but I've only seen that and Zero Dark 30.
You've seen Hurt Locker, maybe, or maybe not.
I thought it was Zero Dark 30 she made.
She did both.
Oh, I've seen both. Wow.
She did this one recently for Netflix, House of Dynamite. It's really bad. I think it's really bad. At least some people actually thought it was pretty good, but I thought it was one of the worst films I saw that year. It's like a geopolitical. There's a nuke about to go off, and it's like, what is the president going to do? And it's like 90 minutes or something. It's just like from like 5 different people's perspective of like, what do you do in the 5 minutes you have?
It's just people in rooms talking.
And then I'm just going to spoil it. So like click skip or whatever. They like cop out at the end. They like don't they like don't even tell you what the president decides.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, and the president's that black English guy that everyone said should be James Bond. What's his name?
James Idris Elba.
Yeah, Luther.
That's funny, dude. Did you ever see his lion movie that was like Jaws but with lions?
It sounds familiar, but no.
No. Hey, Grant, how far in the movie are you? I want to like go to where you're at.
I'm at 12. So I've got the Point Break movie on mute in the background. I'm at 12 and a half minutes. They're drinking
I just wanted
beer.
to go to the same spot.
I actually wanted to talk about this scene because they're like drinking beers and they have Chinese food. And I was laughing because movies love the Chinese food to show you that these guys are working late. These guys are working they're eating at the office. Chinese food.
In the iconic, like the Chinese food cup, square cup.
Yeah, they got the square takeaway meal thing. They got some Coronas.
Coronas, dude. Yeah, really good, actually good product placement because I haven't really thought much about this, the Corona in this scene, but it's like not too obvious. Yeah. So what I was thinking when I started the movie yesterday was like, just what you were saying yesterday about her making a movie about people talking in rooms. There's not a lot of talking in rooms in this movie from the get-go. It kind of just starts just goes at it, dude.
Yeah, they're moving. The movie starts out with Keanu Reeves in like a little shirt, and he's looking really trim. He
looks great, yeah.
And he's in the rain and he's shooting guns. And that's foreshadow. That's what this movie's going to be. This guy's going to be wet and he's going to be shooting.
So is Keanu Reeves Asian at all?
I always assumed he was like a quarter.
I'm pretty sure he is. We can look that up.
Keanu Reeves Asian percentage. He's 1/4 Chinese. His Chinese heritage comes from his father.
Oh, his mom got blacked, dude.
Well, Chinese.
Yes.
Who is of Chinese, Hawaiian, English, Irish, and Portuguese descent. He looks more Asian as he's gotten older.
Really? I was going to say he looks really Asian in this.
Oh, I feel like he...
But the current hairstyle is like, it's like video game nerd Asian, like old video game guy Asian.
Yeah, I think he's more squinty in this than he is as he gets older. If that makes sense.
Oh, like, interesting. Yeah.
They make it look like he's like staring into the sun a lot, but I don't know. The eyes, you can see it.
Okay. I would have figured as he got older, he looked more Asian, but...
Has he looked more handsome in a movie than this, though?
Probably not. He looks really good.
Because like, even as Neo, he's like all effed up, you know?
And he's always clean cut in this. He's very clean cut in this movie. Even though he like joins the surfer bums, he's maintains like the bureau.
Yeah, he does.
Grooming. So yeah, what you know, some people a lot of people listen to this show and don't watch the movies, which was great. I invite that. That means you just like to listen to the show. So what's this movie? What's going on here?
Well, it's actually funny. We were just talking about that scene where they're actually Gary Busey's going over his theory, which is the whole premise of the movie, where there's these bank robbers they can't track down. They're the best ever. They're the gang of ex-presidents, and it's 4 dudes who wear suits and they wear masks of former presidents, and they just go rob banks, and they're super good at it. They hit like 30 banks.
Yeah.
Busey's telling him in this scene that I think it's surfers because of some wax they found, and it's kind of a little harebrained, but it's a crazy premise.
Everyone
for the movie,
treats him
bank robbing surfers.
All the other people at the FBI treat Busey like he's an idiot, but his theory is like fine. His theory makes sense. Like they're in like a beach town.
Yeah, yeah.
And like all these banks keep getting robbed, and they're
like, look at this athletic retard. Yeah.
It's athletic young men. Like, okay, they're probably surfers.
Yeah. Yeah, the other agents are total assholes about it, but like
everyone is mean. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the head guy says when they meet him, the head guy, everyone at the FBI except Busey and Reeves are like assholes. And then there's like a hot chick that runs the data or something. You know, the hot chicks are always like running data. So
well, you know that's how it used to work. Like the early like computer people were women. Like back when like computers were like,
yeah, and a woman got us to the moon and shit. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
woman.
I just mean that they were the ones who like knew how to work the punch cards and like had to type the stuff. Like they weren't
like Mad Men.
I don't mean they were like the computer scientists. I just mean they were like in an office, like women used to run the computers.
Only gays and women run computers.
Yeah.
Should have kept it that way. No, but so the whole premise is bank robbing surfers. And I think Roger Ebert makes fun of the premise, I think. I was just reading his review and he's sort of like, that's so silly. But I don't know that it's even that silly. I don't know. It's fun.
I think it's a really good elevator pitch, you know.
Oh yeah.
You get in the elevator with some like Hollywood executive and he's like, "What do you got for me?" You got 10 seconds, kid. And you're like surfers, but they rob banks.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you've gone over this as a Heat fan, but like I was interested in like the real viability of robbing a bank. And apparently in this time in LA, there was like 2,000 bank robberies a year.
That's what they say. You know that movie Den of Thieves?
Oh, I haven't seen it. No.
Oh, it's like a Heat ripoff. But at the beginning of Den of Thieves, there's this title card thing. And it's like in the city of Los Angeles, there's 2,000 bank robberies a year, which at the time of Den of Thieves was not true. Like it's like really hard to rob a bank now.
They say that in this as well. Keanu Reeves says that when he's first talking to the Scrubs guys, he walks in and he's calling him a blue flame special. He's spitting out some statistics, and I think he says exactly 2,000 robberies or around there was the year prior.
That might have been true. Like there was this. I like this. You guys are younger for the listeners? These guys are like Zoomers. Do you guys know what Unsolved Mysteries is?
Is that like a podcast?
When something bad happens and you can't figure out who did it?
Well, there's that, but it was an old TV show. So the answer is no. You guys don't know. So before, it's actually like I'm going to be talking about Unsolved Mysteries like a lot, I think, going forward in my life. But before Twin Peaks, before the X-Files, there was Unsolved Mysteries, and it's like a true crime show. It's not like a narrative show. It's like they just do like 3 or 4 like cases per episode, but it is complete kino. Like it is the most incredibly well made show. It has awesome music. They reenact all these crimes as part of the thing, and then they like involve the audience. This is like in the 80s, and they'd be like, "Now, if you guys know who did this, call us." And they solved crimes all the time, and not just crimes, but like weird, spooky stuff too. They would do like paranormal. It was like this perfect show. And you can obviously see that it influenced Twin Peaks and X-Files and other things.
There's a 24-hour stream of it.
Oh, yeah.
Going all the time on YouTube.
All the episodes are on YouTube. Yeah, you can go watch all of them.
They're just streaming them all the time. That's funny.
But there's one episode from the first season, which is in the 80s, and it's about these LA bank robbers who did tunnels. It's so cool. Like they would go underneath the bank and drill a hole into the vault room and steal stuff. But like I talk about this all the time on the show. Crime used to be so cool, used to be so fun. It would have been so cool to be a criminal back then. I wouldn't have done it, right? Because I'm like good, but crime would have been just perfect back then. So anyway, yeah, LA bank robbing, it used to be this whole really cool thing.
Yeah, I was interested. Like I've always known that was sort of like the thing that everyone said about how many there were, but I was kind of wondering why, because I was thinking because me and Yab recently were watching the Ryan Gosling movie where he's a bank robber.
Place Beyond the Pines.
Yeah, and I'm like, that seems like so easy to solve. Wasn't there a motorcycle guy in town recently? Oh yeah, like. And
but doesn't he use a dirt bike too? It's like the loudest motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, how many retards rob banks and get away with it? But I guess in the 80s in LA, it's like there's so many freeways. They didn't really have the camera technology yet to catch people's cars, and you could just run like stolen plates and then swap it. And I guess the banks, like everyone was just addicted to cocaine. That's why everyone was into crime, because everyone needed cash to buy drugs.
They needed money, and they were emboldened by the cocaine.
Yes, exactly. And I also, I mean, they say this in every bank robbing movie, but they're like, it's a thrill, dude. And I imagine it would be a thrill.
And these guys in the movie, these surfers, an interesting wrinkle is that they're like enlightened. At least their leader is, played by Patrick Swayze, and he even has this Buddhist name,
Bodhi.
Bodhisattva, and he's like, they're kind. I mean, they're benevolent thieves. At least he is. Like they never hurt anyone, and they say that straight up in the exposition. They're like, these guys are perfect. They're always in and out in 90 seconds. They never hurt anyone. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in this movie that like Catherine Bigelow's like. So it's actually funny. I was reading a little bit about her yesterday, but she started as like a weird art person in New York. And I think it's kind of hard to believe with this movie because it understands cinematic language and stuff in a way that never jumps out at you too much. Like that type of stuff. Just really smooth, like professional filmmaking and getting from scene to scene. That I was thinking about what you said yesterday about how James Cameron says he wrote it all. And I'm like, he might have a little bit.
I don't know. I don't remember if he said that or if someone has said that about him. Or
certainly you can see him in this movie, though.
I think especially in the dialogue, we didn't really get into that in the Avatar podcast, but like everyone is like autistically sincere in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a very James Cameron thing. Like, I don't know if he knows what irony is.
Yeah, he's not into that.
Yeah, it's sort of hard to tell, like with this Bodhi character who's Patrick Swayze, Swayze's like good in this. He's a good actor. I think he might be the best performance in this, but his character's like played. It's hard to tell if it's played like he's kind of doesn't really get it still, and he like it feels like the movie wants you to think he's the best thing ever, and he's also the villain. It's kind of a weird. I can't really tell what the attitude of the writer is to like what we're supposed to think about him.
Yeah, I don't know. This is if you've seen Roadhouse, which I covered on this show. It's like he's like redoing Roadhouse a bit here. In Roadhouse, he's like uncomplicatedly good guy, but he's also into like all the Zen stuff too. So it's kind of like just a different version of the Roadhouse character.
Yeah, I think it's a little like silly. Like the philosophy of the guy is just like get with energy, bro. It's so like dumb. Yeah. But his whole thing is like I just want to return to the ocean, and it's very like it's so corny. It really is. Like, his character is so weird, but Swayze gives it like his all. So it's kind of a little bit of a weird performance to like take in. I think
his actual character, there's not a lot of depth there, but is shallow but sincere.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like he still feels like an idiot, you know.
Yeah.
Like and him not even having an inkling to like Johnny Utah being potentially an FBI like a guy undercover. It's like, oh, I'm a lawyer. I got to work at my day job. Like, yeah, it's so obvious. It's so obvious. But this movie sort of operates in its own. It doesn't really care. Like Keanu Reeves immediately buys the surfer plot and just goes all in. You know.
Yeah. And I guess we didn't cover this part of the premise, but we got this new FBI agent named Johnny Utah, which is like this great name. He had played. Now this is kind of a funny thing in the movie. He had played quarterback at Ohio State and would have gone pro if not for an injury. And so I mean, and it was a different time, you know, and football players wear helmets, but you know, a lot of people would have recognized him, which Bodhi does recognize him. But anyway, he's this new FBI agent, and he buys into his boss's theory, and he's like, okay, I will infiltrate the surfer gangs and see if I can figure out who the robbers are. And so he quickly learns to surf with the help of some like this woman
who just happens to be in with the robbers. Most contrived part of the movie is that the first person he meets is like the ex-girlfriend of the main robber.
Yeah. What do you guys think of her, by the way?
Mertz is in love with her because she has short hair. I just know it.
Yeah. No, it's something about my childhood or something. My mom always had short hair. It's probably something weird, but I like short hair. I don't know. Everyone, people, right-wing guys are like gay about it, actually. Yeah.
She's still hot. I won't deny
her being a woman should be all that matters, bro.
I don't like her. There's something about her I don't like, and maybe it's poisoned by the fact that I know what she looks and acts like now.
Oh, isn't she like?
Yeah, look up Lori Petty today. Google that.
She looks like Nina from 24.
I don't actually remember that show really.
She's the girl that turns on Jack Bauer that works with him.
Yeah,
that's
now
crazy. She's like Portland as a person, bro. This is wow.
Yeah, I don't know if she's like the right
dude. Honestly, like not to get like all libtarded, but like it kind of does make me sad sometimes how much the film industry just chews women out, dude. These poor women, like they have like 10 years, right? Maybe. Yeah. Maybe with plastic surgery now careers are longer, but
they're longer now. It's like Anne Hathaway is still like playing the same roles that she played like 20 years ago.
But what did she say today? She said like Hamdallah or some shit.
Inshallah. I can't remember even why she said it. But
yeah, that pissed you off, right?
No, I don't care. I mean,
no, it did. She's canceled. I'm done with her. No more celebrity crush Anne Hathaway. You're done.
No more like 44-year-old Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, I mean, she's okay in this. She's probably a weak link. The love story just is kind of whatever, but it's shot like there's moments of this movie that are shot where like these two lovers are like surfing at night, and it's just like I don't know, it's pretty awesome. I think this is a movie where you do kind of see that Catherine Bigelow was a painter, because it feels like I have some. We can talk later about some of my critiques of the movie, like real movie critiques, but it's pretty like it doesn't understand the power of like every frame feeling like a really good image.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool in that regard.
I think there's a lot of, I don't know. I mean, you can watch it on mute and it seems somewhat just moves with a good pace. I think there's a lot of, she spends a lot of time composing shots. I think they also read that a lot of this stuff they shot with multiple cameras because they're in the ocean and stuff. And surfing's pretty hard to like ruin, I guess.
And Keanu and Swayze apparently did as much surfing as they could. They could apparently both pretty good surfers, which is unsurprising. If you look at them, you'd think they'd be good.
Yeah, Keanu looks pretty like even when he runs in this movie, he looks athletic. I think like a lot of times they run and they just look kind of like a theater kid running.
And Swayze was a dancer, and if you can see it in the way he moves, he's got an interesting movement thing. I think I talked about this on the Roadhouse episode, but he moves like he's athletic, but like there's this weird kind of feminine gracefulness to everything he does, like even the way he like kicks people and stuff.
Yeah, I love in this movie when you like when he kicks the Red Hot Chili Peppers guy's ass.
Yeah. Anthony Kiedis is in this movie, and he's a surf Nazi.
Yeah, now it's funny because they call them Nazis, but there's no like other Nazi stuff in the.
Like, I think in their house, there's a few like iron crosses or whatever, but
it's like even it's like pretty tame. Yeah, but there's boobs out. There's hella boobs out.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. Like, what if your only film credit is that, and you're like kids are like, oh, you're the one who fought Keanu Reeves naked.
Yeah, I mean,
that's really cool, Mom.
I mean, obviously, anyone who is in front of a camera this much is probably like retarded, right?
Yeah.
I think the implication is that all actors are. Yeah, no, Swayze moves well. He actually did all the skydiving in this too, I think. Like I don't think Keanu did really, but I think Swayze was like doing skydives himself when they're shooting it. Because I guess he skydives a ton, or dove a ton, I guess.
Well, one of the surf Nazis is like brown too, so that's kind of.
No, they're all kind of brown, low key.
Well, one of them has like afro hair, like when they bust the house and his hair is not like wet, you can tell that he's like got like black guy hair.
Yeah. So Keanu is hanging out with Swayze and his like hippie guys, which by the way, like he's a bank robber and stuff, but honestly, Swayze's like worst like sin or evil thing in this movie is that he's like polyamorous too. And they're like,
yeah.
like, because Keanu's dancing with the love interest, and Swayze's like, I hit that, bro. And Keanu's like, oh. And then he's like, it's what's mine is yours, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and these guys remind me quite a lot. I mean, I'm from Utah. I think you guys might be as well. But I grew up pretty close to some ski resorts, and these guys remind me a lot of some of the snowboarder bros that I grew up with.
Yeah, like the amount of lifts I've been on where it's just like the dumbest guy in the world, but he's on mushrooms and he's like.
This concludes the free preview. For full access to this and other episodes, visit the Granite Mountain Movie Club Substack. Thanks for listening.